Why? Why? Why, you madmen? You maniacs! What are you doing? Stop! Stop! Why? Of all the things. Oh my God. Guys, how's it going? How you doing? What are they doing? I'm losing my mind. Guys, we have big Star Wars news. Holy fucking shit, dude. Look, we've been talking about this forever. Ever since Rise of Skywalker, which at this point is like 3 years old, I want to say. We've been saying, I don't think Disney knows what the hell they want to do with Star Wars. They don't know what era they want to focus on. They don't know what characters they want. They keep canceling shows. They tell us there's going to be a Rogue Squadron movie. That gets canceled. They tell us there's going to be a Lando movie. That gets canceled. Rian Johnson is probably never getting that trilogy. We have no idea what's going on. And then this week, they go, well, it's Star Wars Celebration. We're going to have some exciting announcements for us. They go, look, the Ahsoka show, we're working on it. I go, okay, well, that makes sense. They go, here's some other, I don't know, comic books and whatever garbage. I go, yeah, fine. And they go, and here you go. We got something big for you. I can't believe this. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. Let me zoom it. Yay, it's Rey Skywalker. Don't worry, guys. I'm sure she's just here to announce like a fucking coloring book or a comic or something stupid. Surely that's the only reason they brought her out here. I'm very excited to be working on an audiobook adaptation of Rise of Skywalker. I'm sure that's all that we've got here. Look at Dave fucking Filoni, this big stupid nerd. Yay! Yay! All right, why is she there? We don't have the video yet. They haven't put up the video of what she said, but we have the news report. And Daisy Ridley to reprise role as Rey in new Star Wars film. All right. I've just got this news. I don't have the full details. Let's see if Variety's got them for us. The Star Wars movie future just came into sharper focus. Daisy Ridley's Rey will be the central focus of the first Star Wars feature film since 2019's Rise of Skywalker, says Lucasfilm President Kathleen Kennedy in London. Sharmeen Obaid-Chinoy, the director of Miss Marvel, the TV show, some people like it. I have not tried to watch it. Will direct a script by Stephen Knight, Peaky Blinders, following the events of Rise of Skywalker, and focus on Rey as she builds a new Jedi Order. Oh my God. We're gonna dig into why this is all just a nightmare. I mean, we've talked about it a million times, but we'll talk about it again. This project marks several major milestones for the franchise. Obaid-Chinoy is the first woman and first person of color to direct a Star Wars movie. Oh wow, fan-fucking-tastic. Who cares about that? God, getting to this point has been bumpier. Blah blah blah. Yes, Damon Lindelof and Justin Brett Gibson left the project in February. So apparently, this is something they've already were writing. The guy who wrote Watchmen was working on this Rise of Skywalker follow-up. Again, and then they talk about originally there was supposed to be a Rogue Squadron movie, not going to happen. Kevin Feige was supposed to make a movie, not going to happen. Okay, so a lot of stupid speculation. Here's the point, is... where do we even start with this? The sequel trilogy is an unmitigated disaster. Because it like destroys Star in my head. I thought the prequel trilogy, let's be clear, I always thought the prequel trilogy did a lot of damage to Star Wars. But I always said, you know what? At least we know, that Luke Skywalker and Han Solo and Leia, they went on to have great adventures. And then the sequel trilogy destroyed that. It destroyed it. It said Luke went on to nothing. He accomplished nothing. Han Solo's kid stabs him. Leia dies. How did she even die? Oh yeah, she force projected to her kid too hard at the rise. What a memorable death that was. Jesus Christ. And of course, at the center of it is the idea that Rey Skywalker, the most uninteresting character ever devised. Palpatine's granddaughter of all things. What the fuck was that? This is all coming back into my head. I had pushed all this out of my head, people. I had said I need to stop thinking about how bad these Star Wars movies are because it's going to drive me insane. And here I am, and you're forcing me to think about them again. I honestly, in my heart of hearts, I don't know why, but I believed two things. First, I believed that Dave Filoni and what's his name? Favreau, whatever you want to say. I said, I think these guys might be smart enough to recognize that the damage that was done by the sequel trilogy is so intense in its totality that it needs to be retconned in some way. My belief was that they would eventually establish alternate universes within the Star Wars universe, so you could say, okay, that's the dark timeline. That's the timeline where Luke becomes a complete loser, Han Solo everyone becomes a loser in the sequel trilogy. That's the loser timeline, okay? And that would be one timeline, and there's another timeline where everything went pretty good. And Luke started up a new Jedi temple, and Han Solo had, a bunch of kids, and everybody lived a great life. They didn't immediately lose to a bunch of nerds called the First Order. And I said, okay, we'll have two timelines, and maybe occasionally they'll cross over, and that would be fun. That it kind of became clear I don't think that was going to happen. Or if it was going to happen, I figured they would push it down the line and be like, let's do that like 10 years from now. So then my assumption was, okay, they're not going to reboot it immediately. They still want people to love these characters, but they're never going to revisit this Rey Skywalker timeline. They realize that it is tainted beyond belief. They're going to focus entirely on Rebels versus Empire. They're going to focus on the Mandalorian post-rebuilding timeline. We're not going back to post-Rise of Skywalker because they realize there's nothing there. What are we going to do? We're going to go meet Zori Bliss? We're going to go meet Finn's new girlfriend, Jaina, or whatever? No, we don't like any of these characters. Okay? I don't like Rey. I don't like any of this. I guess now Finn's going to be a Jedi. They'll focus on that. They're going to fan service the shit out of that. Oh, God, they're going to fan service the shit out of that. I'll tell you one thing that is going to happen in this new movie is that it's going to be so much of Finn becoming a Jedi at way too late in the game. Because every fan was like, how did you not make Finn a Jedi, you fucking idiots? Now the whole movie is just going to be Finn doing Jedi stuff. I guarantee it. What do you do? What do you do here, guys? Rey is now in charge of rebuilding the Jedi Order. Great. So everyone's dead. Luke's dead, Han's dead, Leia's dead. I guess Lando's still around. If you want to pull Billy D. Williams still scrambling around corpse out of the storage and force him on screen. So what do? It's Rey, right? You killed Kylo Ren. So what is the story going to be? The First Order's been defeated, and now Rey is just going to, train Jedi for whatever. I mean, what's the big threat? Are there Snoke clones? We're gonna find out there's more fucking Snokes. Is Palpatine gonna come back again? Who cares? So I don't know. I don't know what to say. I guess all I could say, because I posted about this on Twitter, someone said, well, at least you'll have something to make videos about. Well, I guess you're right. You're right. I mean, there's gonna be. I don't know how they possibly make this work. I don't see a path forward. I'm racking my brain trying to think about what I would do in this situation. The movie ended with Rey burying some lightsabers in the desert, and then her and BB-8 just like, okay, let's go do some stuff. What are they gonna do? Is this just gonna be more of what we're seeing in Mandalorian right now? Is like, okay, after the Empire is defeated, then is there gonna be another failed New Republic? We got to deal with that boring-ass diplomacy timeline again. I have no idea what's going on. All I know is Rey is back, guys. Rey's back. Is this the right path for Star Wars? I really don't think it is. Again, if I was in charge, the only thing I would have done is say, the Rey timeline was fun. Not fun, but it happened. And that's the dark, shitty timeline. Now let's focus on a timeline where Luke actually does build a Jedi temple, that there is a new generation of Jedi, that his life had meaning and purpose. Defeating the Empire led to the next great age of the Jedi, not Palpatine immediately coming back 2 seconds later. I don't know what you do here. If somebody in the comments has any idea what you would do with Rey Skywalker at this point, but as far as I'm concerned, she's a dead character. There's nothing dead in the sense that nobody cares. about Rey Skywalker. Who is going to buy tickets to this, really? This movie quite possibly could be the biggest flop in Star Wars history. Because right now they are banking on the idea that, yes, everybody hates these films. Everybody. Like, at this point, some people like one or two of the films, but there is not a single person I have ever met who says they like the entire sequel trilogy. Everyone came away from it with something that they absolutely hate. And they are banking on the idea that, well, if it's a Star Wars movie, people will go see it. I think they're going to be wrong. I think people are so soured on the sequel trilogy era that you're going to struggle to cross a $500 million. You're not going to get there. These are supposed to be, again, Disney wants these to be billion-dollar movies. This might do worse than Solo, based on the audience just hating these characters, hating this time period. I have not met anyone who loves Rey Skywalker. Where are the great Rey Skywalker fans? How many people do you see cosplaying as Rey Skywalker, buying Rey Skywalker action figures? They can't even sell toys of this fucking era. The kids don't like it. The adults don't like it. This is an unmitigated disaster. But who knows? You know, maybe they'll blow my mind. Maybe they'll find a way. Or, let's be clear. Maybe this will be the movie that resets the timeline. If they do that, I'll be happy. If Rey discovers a time portal, sets everything back to right, okay, and Luke gets another chance to be a great hero and Han Solo is not dead again, I don't care if you got to animate him or, deep fake it or whatever. My God, you screwed it up so bad. I want you to just try again. But let me know in the comments what you think. Don't forget, subscribe to the Vito Nation and sign up for the mailing list for my comic book Super Killer. That campaign will be starting next week, we're hoping. So please get on the mailing list so you can check out my new comic book. This is insane. I can't believe they're doing more Rey Skywalker. Why?